In singing, but now we're going to do reading, and reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, continuing from yesterday. Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have been having intense conversation at Kovur in South India on the banks of the Godavari River. And the last verse we read yesterday was, for 10 nights Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy spent a happy time discussing the pastimes of Krishna. So for 10 nights, Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy spent a happy time discussing the pastimes of Krishna. E Rupa Dasharatri Ramananda Sange Sukhe Gonaila Prabhu Krishna Katarange. Jai Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishna Ras Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. So starting Madhya Lila chapter 8, text number 293. So Nigura Vrajira Rasa Leelara Vichara Onika Kahila Tara Na Paila Para. And that verse in English, 6 lines to translate, 2 lines. The conversation between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu contained the most confidential subject matters, touching the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Although they talked at great length about these pastimes, they could not reach the limit of discussion. Actually, so next verse, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj continuing, actually these conversations are like a great mine, where from a single place one can extract all kinds of metals, copper, bell metal, silver and gold, and also touchstone, the basis of all metals. Now you know. And there is a long purport. It's not so long, but it's Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur giving some summary of the conversation between Ramananda Roy and Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Roy replied to 5 questions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and these questions and their replies are recorded in verses 57 to 67. The first answer is compared to copper, the second to a better metal, bell metal, the third to a still better metal, silver, the fourth to the best metal of all, gold. But the fifth answer is compared to the most valuable gem, touchstone, because it deals with the unalloyed devotion, the ultimate goal of devotional life, and illuminates the preceding 4 subordinate verses. There. Hare Krishna, next verse, krame, gradually, uttayite, seha uttama vastupaya, aiche prashnottara koila prabhu arama raya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy worked like miners, excavating all kinds of valuable metals, each one better than the other. Their questions and answers are exactly like that. Next, the next day, Aradina, next day, Raya Pashe Vidaya Magila, Vidayera Kale Tare E Agya Dila. Gave instruction. Next day, Mahaprabhu begged Ramananda Roy to give him permission to leave. And at the time of farewell, the Lord gave him the following orders. So Mahaprabhu is speaking. So he is telling him, or ordering him, give up all material engagements and come to Jagannath Puri. I will return there very soon after finishing my tour and pilgrimage. The 2 of us shall remain together at Jagannath Puri, and happily pass our time discussing Krishna. What a wonderful request from Mahaprabhu. Two verses in Bengali, those two verses in Bengali. Vishaya charya tumi jaha nila chale ami chitta kore taha asibo alpa kale, in a short time. Alpa kale, time on the watch. Next, the two of us, oh yes, dui jane nila chale rahiba eka sange suke gonaiba, the same word again as before, discussion. Suke gonaiba kala Krishna kata range. The next verse, ettaboli Ramanande kore alingana tare ghore pataiya korila shayana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then embraced Sri Ramananda Roy, and after sending him back to his home, the Lord took rest. Well, he lay down. Pratakale utti, early in the morning. First means the first time. Pratakale utti. Mahaprabhu got up, and Deki Hanuman. There we are. Oh, where's Jagannath this morning? Cooking.
Cooking breakfast.
Okay. Breakfast. Going to get a special breakfast, no doubt. He's a very good cook. Pratakali utti Prabhu, and Deki Hanuman, Tare namaskari Prabhu, Dakshine korila prayan. So, after rising from bed the next morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the local temple where there was a deity of Hanuman. After offering him obeisances, the Lord departed for South India. Then, so now, all the residents of Vidyanagar were of different faiths. So, now Mahaprabhu, he's been talking with Ramananda Roy for all of this chapter. This is 301, verse 301. So for basically 300 verses has been this discussion going on. And all about the levels of God realization, and sweet, sweeter, sweetest, most sweet, supremely sweet, inconceivably sweet, all of these things. So now there's bade farewell to Ramananda Roy, and he's continuing his tour of South India. So all the residents of Vidyanagar were of different faiths. So he's gone to Vidyanagar. But after seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they abandoned their own faiths and became Vaishnavas. In Bengali, Vidyapure nana mata loka vaise jata. Prabhu Darshane Vaishnava Hoila Chari Nija Mata, and left aside their own previous faith. Then Ramananda Hoila Prabhura Virahe Vivala Prabhura Dhyane Rohe Vishaya Charya Sakala. This Charya comes up all the time. Left aside completely. When Ramananda Roy began to feel separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was overwhelmed. Meditating on the Lord, he gave up all his material business. Then Sankshepe, in brief, Kahilun, I have explained. Prabhu Kahilun, a Mahamantra. Mahaprabhu explained the Mahamantra. This is Sakshape Kahilun Ramanandera Milana. Vistari Vanite Nare Sahasra Vadana. I have briefly described the meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy. No one can actually describe this meeting exhaustively. It is even impossible for Lord Sheshanaga, who has thousands of mouths. Next verse, the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like condensed milk, and the activities of Ramananda Roy are like large quantities of sugar candy. So their meeting is like exactly like a mixture of condensed milk and sugar candy. Not Hanuman. Jagannath Prabhu, are you hearing in the kitchen? So their meeting is exactly like a mixture of condensed milk and sugar candy. When they talk of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, camphor is added. One who tastes this combined preparation is most fortunate. Everyone wants to be most fortunate, no doubt. So, activities of Mahaprabhu like condensed milk, Ramananda Roy like large quantities of sugar candy. Sahaje, generally, Sahaje Chaitanya Charitra Ghana Dugdha Pura, and Ramananda Charitra Tahe Khanda Prachura. You heard everything, the three ingredients. Okay, wonderful. One day we may be very fortunate. Then their meeting is exactly like condensed milk and sugar candy, and when they talk of the pastimes of Radha Krishna, camphor is added. One who tastes this preparation is very fortunate. That verse, Radha Krishna Leela Tate Karpura Milana Bhagyavana Je Se Kore Asvadana. One who tastes that is Bhagyavana, very fortunate. Next, Jai Iha Ekkabara Piye Karna Dvare Tara Karna Lobhe Iha Charite Napare. Again, this charite word. This wonderful preparation has to be taken through the ears. Oh dear, we were thinking about the condensed milk and sugar candy and camphor with the mouth. But this wonderful preparation has to be taken through the ears. If one takes it, he becomes greedy to relish it forever. The next verse, Rasa Tattva Jnana Hoya Ihara Shravane Prema Bhakti Hoya Radha Krishnera Charane. By hearing the talks between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one becomes enlightened with the transcendental knowledge of the rasas, the mellows of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Thus one can develop unalloyed love for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Chaitanyara Gura Tattva Jani Iha Hoite Vishvasa Kori Shunna Tarka Na Kori Ha Chitte. The author requests every reader to hear these talks with faith and without argument. Without argument. By studying them in this way, one will be able to understand the confidential truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then a word which often comes up, alaukika, uncommon, lila, parama nigura. Alaukika, lila, parama nigura. Vishvase paye tarke hoya bahu dura. Hare Krishna. This part of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes is most confidential. One can derive benefit quickly only by faith. Vishvase paye tarke hoya bahudura. But tarke, by argument, hoya bahudura, is far away. By arguing, one will always remain far away. Then Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Advaita Charana Jahara Savasvatari Mile E Dhana, who has accepted as everything the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Acharya, can attain this transcendental treasure. And here there's a little bit of an extensive purport by Srila Prabhupada, but quoting Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, everything we must approach by faith and not by analysis or argument or why, this kind of thing. Ramananda Roy Mora Koti Namaskara Jara Mukhe Koila Prabhu Rasira Vistara. I offer 10 million obeisances. Koti is 10 million. 10 million namaskar, 10 million obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Ramananda Roy, because from his mouth much spiritual information has been expanded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodara Swarupera Karacha Anusare Ramananda Milana Lila Korila Prachare. I have tried to preach the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's meeting with Ramananda Roy in accordance with the notebooks of Svarup Damodar. Hare Krishna. And then Shri Rupa Raghunatha Pare Jarasha Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Rasa, praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy. I, Krishna Ras, the name of the author, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Hare Krishna, amazing chapter. And everyone likes to travel somewhere. Well, to travel on pilgrimage is the real purpose of travel. And the next chapter, chapter number 9, will start tomorrow. It's Mahaprabhu continuing. So he went to Vidyanagar, we heard, but then now he's continuing of his tour in South India. Jagannath Puri on the east side of India, on the coast, and south of that basically is considered as South India. Though there is south, more south, deepest south. There is gradation of south everywhere. All right, amazing. And I'm sorry you missed the previous 300 verses because it's an amazing chapter, but everyone can read it home. In a way, it's not the first chapter to read because it is really, we need the foundation of our Krishna conscious certainty that Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, his associates are not of this world, and certainty that what is being given here is absolutely just fact and truth. And this is beautiful recitation from beautiful persons. Okay, so tomorrow starting chapter number 9 of Madhya Leela. So we are 28% of the way through the Madhya Leela, just see. So this is how we read this book forever. We've been reading it forever, and we shall read it forever, because when we get to the end, we go back to the beginning. But we read it along with other books, and at the moment they're reading The Loving Search for the Lost Servant and Loving Search for the Lost Servant. So, Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai, and now The Loving Search for the Lost Servant ki Jai. Now yesterday you all heard this, I did not because I was on Zoom. So somebody can tell me, what were you reading?
Negative power.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, good. Because it could have been anywhere on there until Amazon deliver our bookmarks as used in Vilagovinda Ashram. So we know exactly which page and which word we're on, in fact. They're clever bookmarks. All right. So, Loving Search for the Lost Servant ki Jai, and author Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, and always Srila Gurudev ki Jai. So Srila Guru Maharaj is saying, so it's all about the chanting Hare Krishna, chanting the name of the Lord. So, okay, the last part, so we're in context. The pure name is one and the same with Krishna, but that descends down to our level only by His grace, the Lord's grace, Krishna's grace. We cannot vibrate it simply by dint of our moving our tongue and lips. The pure name of Krishna is not lip deep, but heart deep. And it ultimately goes beyond the heart and reaches the land of Krishna. When Krishna comes down, the name Krishna comes through the heart and moves the lips and tongue. That vibration is the holy name of Krishna, Krishna Nama. So continuing from there, from yesterday, When Krishna in the form of sound descends from the transcendental world into the heart, and from the heart, controlling every aspect of the nervous system, comes to the lips and begins dancing there, then that is Krishna Nama. The initiative is in the transcendental world. That sound is not produced from the physical plane. The spiritual sound has to come down into this plane. He can come down, but we cannot so easily go up there. He is the super subject, and we are an object to him. We cannot interfere with his independence. Only by the negative power of surrender can we attract the supreme positive to come down to our level. Only by what?
Negative, our negative mood and hankering.
Yes.
Can the divine higher power descend?
Yes. Ishvaranvu.
Attraction of the higher.
Well, Guru Maharaj is saying that only by the negative power of surrender, only by the negative power of surrender can we attract the supreme positive to come down to our level. And the Sharanagati. To surrender means you're negative, you're not asserting anything. We surrender, and as Gurudev says, not just to surrender and lie down, but surrender and serve. So we come to surrender and basically put ourselves at the disposal of the senior. But who is the senior? We're talking about Krishna. So to be negative, not to be assertive. Give me this, give me that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Or being asked, then Krishna says, oh, I'll do this, you arrange. No, I don't want to do that. That's not negative, that's asserting our own idea. But when we give ourselves fully, only by the negative power of surrender can we attract the supreme positive to come down to our level. And there is more than 10 hours of discussion about the matter of surrender recently given here in the Sharanagati classes. So they're all available, and after listening to that for 10 hours, we think it's a good idea to surrender.
How long does it take?
Well, to listen to 10 hours, it takes
1 moment.
yeah, 1 moment is sufficient.
Okay.
For a million lifetimes.
Or doomed to fail.
Sorry?
Or doomed, doomed?
Yes.
Oh, we're doomed. But not you, not us, we've got connection. We're safe and sound. But we have to do our part. Okay, let's keep on going. So, this is, you see, where's our English editor? Starting a sentence with and, oh dear. In school they tell you not to do that. But not only that, starting a paragraph with and. But it captures Guru Maharaj's mood of talking and everything. And so, the holy name is not a production of our senses. It can be realized only when we approach him with a very intense serving attitude. At that time, Krishna himself may come down by his grace, being attracted by our serving nature. Then he can influence this element and produce transcendental sound and dance within the mundane plane. That is the holy name, the Vaikuntha Nam. And Vaikuntha, it's the name of the spiritual plain, but it also means, one of the meanings of Vaikuntha is unlimited. So that is unlimited name, the Vaikuntha Nam, the unlimited transcendental name. Oh, well, the real name of Krishna. There we are, that'll do perfectly. We cannot produce it with our lips. Oh, why? No. What day is today? Monday. No Monday Zoom. Monday Zoom has been replaced by Shikshastakam. Today and next Monday Zoom also replaced by Shikshastakam. But it's still Monday Zoom, same time, different subject, with a subject. Okay. So we cannot produce it, Vaikuntha Nam, the real name of Krishna, with our lips. The sound, Jai Shriman Mahaprabhu ki Jai. And you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself coming, himself to give this sound. This is what we are connected with the Rupa Nuga Sampradaya. So the sound we create with our physical or mental production is not Krishna. Sorry. He is independent from whatever sound we may produce. And yet, because he controls everything, he can appear anywhere, in any form, in any plane, in any sound. And another paragraph beginning with and. And this is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, where Krishna says, quote, "When I come here by the power of my internal potency, I remove the external potency's influence and appear anywhere and everywhere." Chapter 4, verse 6. Then Srila Guru Maharaj saying, the mundane wave is forced back, just as a plane rides in the sky and pushes back just as a plane rides in the sky and pushes back the influence of the air and wind, as it forcibly passes. Okay, the mundane wave is forced back just as a plane rides in the sky and pushes back the influence of air and wind as it forcibly passes. By removing the influence of the material waves, Krishna appears within this world by the strength of his own force. Little bit more. Lord Sri Krishna says, quote, "I have my own potency, and by the power of that potency, I remove this gross material energy. And so I live and move here in this world." And so this way, and so I live and move here in this world. I can remove the material things. Then Srila Guru Maharaj saying, the laws of material nature cannot apply to him. He has special power, and with the help of that special power, he subdues the laws of material nature and comes here. He does whatever he wants with his own potency. Wherever he goes, the laws of material nature withdraw from that place and give him his way. In this way, he can appear within the realm of sound as the holy name. And the last short paragraph, the real importance of the holy name is not to be found merely in the arrangement of its syllables, but in the deep meaning within that divine sound. Some scholars argue, oh dear, that in the Kali Santarana, Kali Santarana Upanishad, Lord Brahma says that the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is properly pronounced only when the name of Rama precedes the name of Krishna, putting Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare first. But in the Kalisantara Upanishad, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is given in that way. But to say that the name of Rama must precede the name of Krishna in the mantra is a superficial understanding. It is said that because it comes from the Upanishads, the Hare Krishna mantra is a Vedic mantra, and therefore because the ordinary people may not have any entrance into Vedic mantras, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu readjusted this mantra by reversing the order of the words. In that way, it is said, the concern that it is a Vedic mantra is thereby cancelled. And so Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave it to all without breaching the injunctions of the Vedas. Hare Krishna. Okay, we're going to end just there and we're going to continue tomorrow. Because as with Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can go on a long, long, long time. Jai. So some reflection on the real holy name. And Ishwarananda Prabhu, you are Ishwarananda, he is not
The real
Ishwarananda.
Ishwarananda.
The real Ishwarananda. You may lead Hari Harai Nama Krishna, and then Saraswati is the quietest in the room. Immediately after Hari Harai Nama Krishna, Saraswati will chant Hare Krishna, Nitai Gaura Haribo.
Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Harai Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra.
Garadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Garadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna.
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhata Dasa Raghuna.
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhata Dasa Raghuna.
Echai Goshai Kori Charanavana.
Echai Goshai Kori Charanavana.
Jai Te Vignana Sabista Puran.
Jahote Vignana Shabita Pura.
Mechai Goshai Jana Muni Tarada.
Echai Goshai Jana Muni Tarada.
Dhansabara Padarenu Maura Panchaga.
Dhansabara Padarenu Maura Panchaga.
Tandara Charana Sevi Bhakti Saneva.
Tandara Charana Sevi Bhakti Saneva.
Janame Maura E Abila.
Janame Maura E Abila.
Nechai Goshai Jabe Baje Kolaba.
Nechai Goshai Jabe Baje Kolaba.
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Praka.
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Praka.
Anande Bolo Hari Braja Vrindavan.
Anande Bolo Hari Braja Vrindavan.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama.
Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayama.
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padmam Koriya.
Guru Vaishnava Pad Padmam Koriya.
Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narotamada.
Hari Nam Sankirtana Kohe Narotamada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Hare Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol, Hare Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. जय सपरिखर श्री गुरु गौरांग सुंदर राधा गिरिधर जी की जय। जमिरूपाशिला भक्ति सुंदर गोविंद देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जमिरूपाशिला भक्ति रोकक देव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जमिरूपाशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर की जय। श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। जय श्री चैतन्य सरस्वत मात की जय। चैतन्य सरस्वत मात लंदन की जय। श्री चैतन्य सरस्वत मात श्री आचार्य वृंद की जय। श्रील भक्ति रंजन मधुसूदन महाराज की जय। श्री चैतन्य चरितमृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्रील ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनादि कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंद and Shri Shastakam ki jai. Tonight is our third session. Sri Chena Taroravi Sahisnuna Amanina Manarena Kirtaniya Sadahari.